two, one, two, three, four. Hey everyone, welcome back to Music with Ryan. Thanks for joining me. This week's featured lesson is a great old-time bluegrass gospel tune, Working on a Building. I did it in the key of A, and I created a nice little intermediate arrangement. I was kind of largely inspired by Bill Monroe's performances of this tune and Del McCoury's, as they have great renditions of this tune, and I've always kind of sang and played it throughout the years. It's a fun tune, so I wanted to create that solo again. We play that intermediate solo, playing the melody pretty much straight on, and we're making use of the G minor pentatonic scales, okay? And I guess, you know, I got capoed up here to the second fret, so I should say A minor pentatonic scales, but in this G position, of course. So we're going to make use of that scale. It just sits really nice, and you can kind of get some of that bluegrass guitar sound going with the way the melody sits and using some of these scales, okay? So if you'd like to purchase the full-length version of this lesson, as it's just a preview here, you can click the link below, and it will shoot you onto my site, and there you can do so. It's going to come with about 25 minutes of video, PDF tabs, and 4 audio backing tracks to help you work your speeds up, all right? And if you really like the way I teach and approach learning, like my song selection, there's another link down there about being a premier member at my site. And for a yearly or monthly fee, access all my lessons, over 350 video lessons, 3 courses, and a video exchange program, all right? I've got tons of stuff in this bluegrass, old-time genre, and I add a lesson every week, all right? So give it a look if you think it might be a good fit for you as an instructor, okay? For now, we're going to start walking through the first few measures of Working on a Building, key of A. Here we go. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. All right, so let's go ahead and start breaking down Working on a Building here in the key of A. Playing out of G position, so obviously got the capo on the second fret, and sounding the key of A. Any markings below the staff are right-hand pick directions, so the staples are downs, the V's are up, and as always, we're doing downstrokes on downbeats, upstrokes on upbeats. Pay very close attention to the pick direction. And if there's any markings above the staff, like little numbers, that'll be left-hand fingering. There might only be a few for this one. So let me play those first few measures here, and we'll break them on down. So here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, ready, go. Alright, so this tune and this arrangement lends itself really well to the G minor pentatonic scale. So we're going to be doing a lot of work with the G minor pentatonic. Okay, and of course we'll be adding other notes as well, but if you know that first position, G minor pentatonic, you know what I mean, you're going to be in a good place, and the tune just kind of lends itself. It's kind of bluesy, right? And that's kind of the way, again, I took Bill Monroe's version, and certainly has that aspect or feel to it. So that first measure there, we got a 1-3 hammer on the high E, and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So we got a few eighth notes and then a couple quarter notes. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, down. Okay, and then the next measure, 3 on the high E, 1, and then the next string, 3 on the B, 1 on the B, 3, 4 slide on the G, and then open G. So we're going to be doing that a lot right there. That's a nice little bluegrass Tony Rice lick, and probably some of the more simpler forms you'll see. Kind of do that, and then right there you instantly have a little bit of that bluegrass guitar sound, which is cool. So there's going to be be a lot of kind of hanging out on this high string and repeating notes there because the melody is rather simple. So you really got to keep track of where you're at. You know, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then we go to the next measure on that line, and as you see there's a little 1 with a little slash through it. That's a grace note, and then there's a 3, and it's got an H above there, so we're going to hammer on 1 to 3, but we're going to do it really quick. Okay, a grace note. A grace note's like a little flick. You know, the first hammer on we did, 1 to 3 was 2 eighth notes there. But this one, you can kind of think of it as maybe a little meaner or a little bit more of an attack to it. But essentially, I would mark that as a little grace note. So it comes real quick. We'd hammer on 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then you land on the high E opened. 1, and then 2 eighth notes, and then a quarter note, and then an open high E. You certainly could do it the eighth notes, the 1, 3 hammer with the eighth notes, like the first measure. But again, I kind of wanted to separate that a little bit with the phrasing, just kind of make this one a little bit kind of not jump the beat, but kind of drive ahead with my solo. And again, just a little bit more attitude. All right. So here's those first 3 measures in context. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little cleaner this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't get that first hammer on clean. Okay. All right, so there's the first 3 measures. Let's move on here. And we're going to see a lot of this stuff again. Again, this is a nice little just diving into the intermediate side of things. So we're going to see some themes and, again, motifs, if you will, throughout this piece. So the next 3 measures are like this. Ready, go. So already we have kind of repeating some phrases, right? So measure 4, we're going to be on the first fret of the high E. It's going to be a quarter note, and 2 eighth notes, and then 2 more quarter notes. Okay, so pretty simple right there, right? 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then it's going to be like the first couple measures of the piece. 1, 3 hammer, and a couple more eighth notes there, and quarter note staying there. And then here's our little, again, Tony Rice lick, if you will. So if I put those 3 measures together, because we've already done, measures 5 and 6 are the same as 1 and 2. So if I put those 3 together, though, ready, go. 1, 2, again, go. All right, let's put the first 6 measures in context here. So from the top, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, one more time, go. So again, the melody is not too complicated. Hangs out on that high note there a lot, and we're just kind of playing that melody straight ahead and adding some licks where appropriate. All right, so let's continue on here. The next 3, starting in measure 7. 1, 2,